is Tiffany. Welcome to my channel. Here we talk about all things becoming our best selves, becoming the best version of ourselves. So if that sounds like something you want to do, I would love if you subscribe to this channel. It really is starting out as a way for me to use myself as an accountability partner. I am embarking on a fitness journey that I'd like to record and kind of keep track of. And that's really what we're going to do here on this channel. And of course, my hope is that this also positively impacts someone else, another woman, and I can help you on your journey as well. So for this first video, my first ever YouTube video, I decided to come up with 32 things that I'm still learning at 32. So I just turned 32 a couple months back, and these are things that I'm still learning right now in my big 32 age that I'm realizing it's okay that I'm still learning these things, and we just want to make progress with those goals, right? So let's start with mindset. So the first thing that I'm still learning is, girl, give yourself grace. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not reach the exact goal that you were trying to hit. Just keep going, right? It's okay. Give yourself grace. If God can give us grace, we can give ourselves some grace. Number 2, you can pause. You can take a break. Just don't stop. Okay? Number 3, there really is no perfect time. The best time is always now. Life is short. Life is precious. And I'm especially learning that right now in my 32nd year on this planet. I've gone through some losses this year, completely unexpected, right? And I've been saying that I would start a channel. I've been saying that I would do this. I've been saying that I would put myself out there. And it just kept getting pushed off and pushed off and pushed off. Oh, I need the best camera. I need a microphone. I need a better setup for my background. Like, no, like, just do it. Just get started. The best time is always now. Sorry if my notes are over here, so bear with me. This might not be the permanent place that I record, but it's my space for now. Number 4, choose your hard. I came across this quote and it really spoke to me. The quote says, "The feeling of inaction is still way worse than the annoying feeling of having to get up and do the thing." So choose your heart, right? Do you want to just continue having that feeling of inaction and knowing that you could be doing more, you could be doing what you want to do? Or would you rather take the hard step and that's the hard that you're experiencing? Number 5, you are truly capable of any and everything that you put your mind to, your body to, your spirit to. Whatever you give energy is where energy will flow from. It really is possible. Number 6, you can't control everything. I'm still learning this, y'all, okay? Still learning. You can't control everything, right? That is a fact. However, you can always control how you react to everything. So just something to keep in mind there. Number 7, habits and routines are the way to become the highest version of yourself. Again, this is something I'm still learning. There's another quote that I came across that said, "Show me your habits and I'll show you who you are." There's really no way to get around it. Habits and routines are your way to become her. It's your way to become the better version of yourself that you're trying to establish. Number 8, your habits literally shape who and what you are, right? So we spoke about that. 7 and 8 are kind of related, but they hit so hard I had to make them separate, okay? Number 9, this was a big one. Prayer and therapy. I know I would say in the Black community specifically, sometimes therapy is frowned upon. It's just like, leave it all to God, which I am on my spiritual journey myself. I'm growing my relationship with God. And yes, absolutely, prayer has helped me tremendously. And on the other end of that, Therapy has helped me tremendously. It does not have to be one or the other. That is the combination that has been working for me, and I'm going to continue to use both of those resources. Developing my relationship with God and continuously praying, but also keeping up a regular schedule with my therapist. Those are the things that help me. It doesn't have to be one or the other. Number 10, read more, okay? Girl, get into your Bible. Read your Bible more, okay? Read books, read fiction, read nonfiction, just whatever you're reading. And yes, the Bible needs to be up there too. Read more. Number 11, no is a full sentence. I know that we've heard that so many times. I know that we feel like, yeah, I know, like you can just say no, but no, truly. And that is, I'm a recovering people pleaser, okay? So this is coming from the heart. This is something I'm continuously having to remind myself of still. No is a full sentence. You don't need to give a long explanation as to why you don't want to do something. If you don't want to do something, you don't want to do it, and that's okay. Next, celebrate all wins. And again, this is something I have to remind myself. I've heard this on other channels as well, especially when we're high performers, right? We achieve something and it's like, okay, on to the next goal. What's next? If we continue to do that, we never had the time to enjoy what we're winning at right now, to enjoy the small wins. It doesn't matter how big or small. For me, that comes back to life is short. If I'm celebrating every goal, every metric that I'm making, or every piece of progress that I'm making, I'm stopping and I'm smelling the roses a little bit, right? Whereas if historically where I've been like, okay, I graduated, what's next? Where's the next degree? Where's the next certification? What's the next this, that? Where am I taking a moment to just pause, reflect, and celebrate the things that I have achieved? Where am I finding happiness in my now? So that was my section on mindset. The next section we're going to move into, and that was 12 things. So a lot of things related to mindset in my 32 years. My next section is going to be relationships, okay? So all of these things have to do with either friendships, family members, of course, marital relationship. I am married. December will be 8 years that I've been married, which is absolutely crazy to think about, but it might be in a relationship in that way, a committed relationship, a romantic relationship, or, you know, your friends, your family members, whatever. So this is number 13. Some people are truly meant to be in your life for seasons. No matter the history, no matter how long they have been in your life, sometimes they truly are just seasons, and that's okay. Number 14, set high standards, not high expectations, okay? Lead by example. So if you're setting high standards, you're setting those standards because of what you're showing others they need to do when they're around you, when they're with you, when they're interacting with you. Lead by examples, high standards. Like, this is the standard for communicating with me. This is the standard for what I expect as far as, you know, a date night or something like that. So set high standards, not high expectations, and lead by example. Number 15. I'm still learning this one, y'all. Sorry for the movement. My dog is wondering what I'm doing right now. So number 15, stop taking everything so personally. 9 times out of 10, it ain't about you. I know we hear this all the time. Hey, when someone treats you poorly, it says more about them than it does about you. And again, as a recovering people pleaser, this is something that I still struggle with. It's very hard for me to not take things personally, but it really is what it is. 99% of the time, it truly is not about you. It truly isn't. So just stop taking everything so personally. Number 16, not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay. Again, doesn't say anything about you. It just, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And once again, that's okay. Doesn't make you any less amazing. Doesn't make you any less that girl, that woman. It doesn't make you any less. It just means, okay, you don't like me. No problem. I'm not your cup of tea. 9 times out of 10, you probably wouldn't have liked them either. So it's fine. All right. Number 17. It's okay to receive help, and it's okay to ask for help. Again, I'm struggling with that one myself, okay? But it's the truth. Number 18, try to listen more than you speak. Now, me being a talker myself, still learning this one. Again, this is why it's 32 things that I'm still learning at 32. It's not what I've already learned. It's what I've already been through. It's, okay, these are life experiences and these are things that continue to come up that I'm continuing to work on myself. And again, that's a big one. Try listening more than you speak. And that's going to lead me to speak with more intentionality, which is what I would like to do. Number 19, being honest in a respectful way is being kind, right? So sugarcoating, we don't want to do that. But as long as I'm respectful in whatever I need to express to you, that is actually a version of me being kind, okay? This goes into the next one, number 20. Be kind, not nice. I'm going to say that again. Be kind, not nice. This is one that I'm still learning, right? How many of us know those people that are like fake nice at work, right? Where, well, no, I don't really need to be nice. I just need to be kind, right? If you're not my cup of tea, I'll be cordial, right? I won't be disrespectful, but I will keep my distance. I will, if you're doing anything or acting in a fake way, I don't need that in my presence. I don't need to be around that, especially not at work, right? So again, be kind, not nice. All right, moving right along to number 21. We hear this all the time, and it's something I'm still learning. Comparison truly is the thief of joy. If you want to be totally honest, the only people or beings that we should be comparing ourselves to is our past self, who we were yesterday, who we were the day before, who we were last week, and Jesus Christ, okay? Those are who we need to be comparing ourselves to. We should be asking questions like, hey, how can I be more like Jesus? Seriously. And me asking myself that question, that has changed how I've reacted to a lot of situations. I'm still learning. I still have a ways to go, but it really has changed how I've reacted when I've thought, how would Jesus react to this? How can I be more Christ-like in this situation, in this scenario? And then the other question, okay, am I doing anything better than yesterday's Tiffany, right? How can I take yesterday's Tiffany and improve upon her? What can I do to improve who I was yesterday, improve who I was last week? Just constantly looking to improve myself, regardless of what anybody around me is doing or acting like, right? Comparison really is the thief of joy. It's no need to compare whatever you got going on with anybody else. It's no need. It's not going to do anything. Meaning, you're going to be upset. You're going to feel threatened or envious or jealous or wondering why they have that and you don't. No, for what? For what? How does that actually serve you, right? We should be comparing ourselves to who we are, who we were, and Jesus Christ. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's all. All right, moving right along to productivity. That's our next section, productivity. And we are on number 22. So, first one. This is for me. I'm talking to myself. I know some of y'all out there are similar. Girl, time blindness is real. It's real, and you have it, okay? It's all right. It's okay. We're going to be honest on this channel over here. Time blindness is a thing, and you have it. Track your time. Anything that you're doing that takes you a minute, takes you a while, track your time. That way you have a true picture, a true idea of how long it takes you to do certain things. And then what I would do is I would add a buffer, right? So if I am going out for a date or, whatever with my hubby, and I'm like, okay, it's only going to take me a half hour to get dressed. Girl, I'm lying to myself. It's not going to take me a half hour. It's not. Okay, I know that I can do my makeup in a half hour, but do I really want to? If I want to do a little extra oomph, it's a date night. I want to really be as cute as I can. Okay, maybe give myself 45 minutes. I know I can do it in 30, but let me just give myself a little extra buffer. If I know I can take a shower in 10 minutes, however, if I want to really, relax and use that time for myself, that's going to be well into the 30, maybe 40 minutes just for a shower. First, you need to track your time. Track, okay, on a good day, just a normal day, nothing extra. How long is it going to take me to do these things? And then, of course, once you know that, you can then kind of play with it and adjust based on whatever your needs are. Next, number 23. I learned this from a course that I took after reading the book, Getting Things Done. I actually took the course, Getting Things Done. And this is something that I don't know why it was such an aha moment for me, but it was. And it's that your mind is for having ideas, not holding them. Girl, write it down, okay? Put it in your phone, make a note, email it to yourself, send yourself a text message, take a picture, do something, anything other than saying, oh, I'm gonna remember that later. Yeah, I gotta do that. Yeah, I'll remember that when I get home. No, you won't. No, you won't. Especially not as we get older. Girl, your mind is not for holding ideas. It's just for having them. So whatever ideas you have, whatever reminder you have, put it somewhere that you can trust and you can come back to, because you're not going to remember. You're not going to remember. I'm sorry. You're not. We're human. It's okay. All right. Number 24. And this is also from Getting Things Done. If you're feeling cluttered, if you're feeling unclear, do a mind sweep. So what that is literally, okay, when I'm feeling for me, it's when I feel overwhelmed, when I just feel like my mind is going 1,000 miles per second. I will grab a piece of paper, grab a journal, grab my phone, and whatever's on my mind, I will literally just let it out. Maybe it's some reminders of things I have to do. Maybe it's somebody I need to reach out to. Maybe it's an email I need to send. Maybe it's something I need to do for my dog, Teddy. Whatever. It could just be a memory that I want to look into. I want to find a picture. Anything. I don't care what it is. If I'm feeling cluttered, there's too much on my mind, first thing I'm going to do is just grab a piece of paper, grab my journal, and I'm just going to write out whatever it is on my mind. I do like to write it as much as possible, but of course, if something comes to me while I'm driving, I'm just going to, talk to text. But absolutely, that has helped me tremendously, and I need to continue doing that. If I'm feeling cluttered, if I'm feeling overwhelmed, just let everything out on paper, and I always just feel so much more clear after that. Okay, next we have number 25. Don't want to do something? All right, well, just try doing it for 10 minutes. For me, I have a few things, and it all has to do with housework. I don't like doing housework. If and when we can afford a maid, or I'm sorry, I don't like that term. A cleaner, a helper, or anything, girl, we're gonna have one or several, okay? But for me, can't stand doing dishes. Can't stand folding laundry. I don't mind throwing it in the washer, throwing it in the dryer. That's no problem. But folding it afterwards, hanging it up, can't stand it. Cannot stand it. Do not love it. Do not like it. I really don't like to I don't like cleaning. Okay? I don't like cleaning. Can I clean? Absolutely. Do I like to do it? No, I don't. I need to, we need to get that together. Like, we need to keep a clean, clutter-free space, right? But I got this from a YouTuber that I watched previously, where it's like, okay, you don't want to do something, just do it for 10 minutes. See how far you get. Just do it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you can stop. Most times, though, you'll have that momentum and you'll just want to finish. But for me to know, okay, I only have to do it for 10 minutes, that helps me a little bit. It helps me a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to say it's perfected things, but it helps me a little. Next, number 26. Remove decision fatigue as much as possible. So I look at Steve Jobs, for example, right? There's a reason why he always wore black. It removed the need to make decisions about something simple as what am I going to wear every day. So it really is a very adult thing to do. Listen, I'm still learning this. I am still learning this. However, when I've experimented and I have, let's say I've picked out my outfits for the whole week. I've looked at the weather for the whole week. I know what I'm wearing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, whatever the outfits are. I'm already ironing them. They are ready to just put on and go. I've experimented with that. I want to say maybe like 5 times in my recent year. And every time I never regretted it. It was always great. I was always very happy with the result. Now, establishing it as a habit, I have not done yet. But every time I've done it, I have been so grateful. It has removed so much stress from my mind, and it's so simple. So as much as you can remove decision fatigue, as much as you can automate processes, you do want to do that. Number 27. I got this from another YouTuber. I don't know where I heard this. It could have been a podcast. I don't know. But Whoever told this to me, thank you, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Number 27, put it back, not down. I'm going to say that again. Put it back, not down. Everything has a home. It has a place that it's supposed to go. Put it where it needs to go so that later when you're looking for that thing, you're not stressed out because you don't know where it is. Put it back, not down. Okay? Teddy is looking at me like, what are you talking about? I'm not talking to him. I'm not talking to you, buddy. All right, let's continue with number 28. This is another one that I did get from Getting Things Done, reading the book and taking the course. So there's actually a specific order that you want to prioritize things in, right? A lot of people are like, I've heard of the quadrant. It was like the important versus urgent quadrant. That kind of works, but I do like this method better, where you are prioritizing based on these things in this order. So the first thing you want to consider is, what resources do I have available, right? Whatever's on my list, am I actually physically able to do that thing? Am I in the right environment? Do I have all of the equipment or the tools or the whatevers that I need? Prime example, if I'm at work and I'm thinking about the fact that I need to fold laundry when I get home. I'm going to keep using that example because I got a whole bunch of clean laundry that needs to be folded, okay? Don't judge me. We don't judge here. We do not judge here. But let's say that's the case. Okay, well, I'm at work. Can I do that right now? Literally, no. So I'm going to put it on my list for something I'm going to do later once I get in the house. Next, you want to consider how much time do you have available, right? So for me, with the amount of clothes that I do need to fold, again, they're clean. At least they're clean, okay? It's going to take me to like put a dent in it. Okay. It's me and my husband's clothes. I'm going to need a good hour. I'm going to need like a solid hour. Right. So even when I'm home, right, like I have somewhere that I need to be within the next, I'd say, hour or so. Now's not the time for me to fold any laundry. There are some things where it's like, once I get into a flow, it's hard for me to stop until I get to a point where I feel like, okay, I can leave it. Folding laundry is one of those things. Washing dishes is one of those things. If I'm cleaning a specific room, that's another thing. That's just how my mind works. I cannot leave things half done or partially done. Now, the laundry that's a big deal, right? So, no, I'm not going to finish folding all of our laundry in an hour, right? But I feel like in an hour I can get it to a point where I'm like, okay, this is a good stopping point, right? So, you want to look at, hey, am I in the right place? Do I have the resources I need to even do this thing? Second, you want to look at how much time do I have available. That's where what I mentioned earlier, that time blocking and tracking your time to see how long it actually takes you to do things, that's where that's going to come into play here, right? How much time do I need? How much time do I have available? The third thing you want to consider, which I love, is what's your energy level, right? So for me, folding laundry does not take a lot of energy. That's something I actually can throw on a movie or like binge watch a show or something like that, and I can do that at the same time. I don't need a lot of brain power to fold my laundry. However, if it's something like cleaning my whole house, I need energy for that. I do need sustained energy, and I need a lot of time. So when you're going down your list of things to do, I want you to kind of consider things in that order. Do I have everything I need to actually do this thing right now? How much time do I need? And how much time do I have available? And then, well, what's my energy level? Do I really feel like doing this, or is there something else that I can do when I'm like low energy that I can still feel productive, but it doesn't require a lot from me? That's how I want you and myself to prioritize things going forward. All right, that was number 28. Number 29. I love this rule. I need to keep going with this rule, okay? If it's going to enable you to procrastinate, avoid it at all costs. For me, it's this lovely couch that's over here, okay? If my butt hits the couch, 9 times out of 10, I am not going to do whatever it is that I set out to do. I'm going to find something on TV to watch. I'm going to find something on Netflix, a new show. I'm going to scroll on social media. There's so much I can do on the couch. I'm going to take a nap. Like, there's so much, right? So for me, if I know I have things to do, I really need to avoid having my butt sit on that couch because I know that that's going to enable me to procrastinate. In combination with that, you also want to habit stack. I know that's something that you've heard a lot. Atomic Habits. If you have not read that book, read that book. Remember, one of the things I said earlier was read more. Start with that book. Start with the Bible, and then start with that book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. You've already heard it, but habit stacking is one of those things that really, really, really can have you on a very positive momentum. Okay, so I will use the example of, can you guess where I'm going with this example? Folding laundry. I'm gonna use that example. So with me, I know I have a lot of laundry to fold. Why not save something I've been wanting to binge watch? Maybe it's a new show. Maybe it's the Twilight Saga, which I just rewatched. It was on Netflix. I just rewatched it, and it was in a way for me to procrastinate because I didn't do anything with it. I didn't habit stack. Again, I'm still learning, and we don't judge here. We do not judge here. So we'll try it again tonight. Okay, I'll find something to watch, a new movie, a new show, a new whatever. That's something I'm looking forward to. And while that movie is on, while that show is on, I'm also going to fold laundry. So habit stacking is combining something that you really enjoy or something that you're looking forward to doing with something that maybe you don't really want to do or you're just not that excited about. By combining the two, not only are you killing two birds with one stone, where no birds were actually harmed in me saying that statement. Okay, but you're establishing two things. Like, hey, I get to do something I enjoy. This is something I've been wanting to watch. I've been wanting to look at or explore. But I'm also getting something done that I really wasn't looking forward to doing. And I don't know when I would have gotten it done otherwise. So habit stacking is going to change your life. It's going to change your life. Avoid procrastination. Whatever's going to enable you to procrastinate, remove it. Okay, or I'm not getting rid of my couch. You know what I mean? Like, just try as much as you can to avoid whatever that enabling thing is. And then habit stack. Find something you want to do, you're enjoying doing, you look forward to doing. Maybe it's listening to a podcast. I'll do that while I'm washing dishes, things like that. Combine it with something that maybe you don't want to do or has been harder for you to do. All right, y'all, we're almost through. We are almost through. So my next section is finances, but remember, we were on number 29, so I only got 3 for you. I really just combined a few of them. So let's move into finances, our next category, our final category. Number 30. This is something I am still learning, okay? It's all right. And that's to tell all my girlies who are in their 20s, if you're listening to this, take this advice early. Maybe you won't be in your 30s still learning these things. You would have already mastered it. But if you are in your 30s, you're like me, it's okay. It is all right. Number 30. Girl, stop creating budgets that you're not going to use. How many budgets have you created? How many times have you looked at your... Oh, also, I am a previous accountant, so I do naturally have kind of a numbers mind. I love looking at numbers, finding the data, finding patterns, things like that. I enjoy those types of things. I'm no longer an accountant, but in my past life, that's what I did. I have created so many budgets for my household. It is ridiculous. Ask me how many we've stuck to. Ask me how many. I'll tell you, it's 0. We have not stuck to them. Again, this is something that I'm still learning. This is something I'm absolutely still learning. What's the point in setting a budget for you to not follow it? One thing I would say, Tiffany Aliche, the Budgetnista, she has taught me this, not personally, but through her books and her podcasts and her going on shows and being interviewed. A budget is not meant to limit you. It's actually meant to enable you to do the things that you want to do with your money, to take those dream vacations, to treat yourself to that luxury bag or that luxury pair of shoes where you can afford it and you can sustain it, right? That is what a budget is for, especially for someone like me that is currently on more of a fixed income side, right? I have my 9 to 5, and that is where the bulk of my money comes in. That is what I'm reliant on, right? So if that's the case, and let's use Starbucks for an example. I'm a recovering Starbucks addict. So I was literally spending well over $50 a week at Starbucks. Hubby, if you hear this, I'm sorry, but I'm recovering. It's not happening anymore. But that is what I was spending. That's $200 a month right there on Starbucks, on one thing. So I've set a budget where with the budget, it says, okay, you cannot spend more than $50 in 2 weeks. And again, I want to be realistic. I don't want to go from spending $50 a week to, okay, you can't spend more than $50 in a whole month. I'm going to break that budget every time because I was used to spending $200 a month. So I cut it in half, right? So let's try $50 every 2 weeks. Let's see if $50 can last you 2 weeks. That means maybe make your coffee at home. That means maybe don't go to Starbucks every single day. That means if you do go to Starbucks every day, do not get a drink and breakfast. Maybe get one or the other. So I set something that's more realistic. And that's one thing I would say if you are setting budgets, be realistic. Do not go from, oh my God, I spent $300 last month on DoorDash. I now need to only spend $50. Girl, I promise you it's not going to work. Be realistic, right? And then once you hit that one goal, then you can lower it. Once you hit that goal again, you can lower it. Again, these are just goals where it's like, okay, instead of all my extra income going to things like Starbucks, going to things like DoorDash, eating out, which is also not helping my health goals, where else can that money go towards? What else can I put that money towards? Is that something I can save towards one of my longer term goals, that dream vacation, that luxury purchase that I want to make, anything like that? Where can our money be going instead of to these, what I consider more wasteful categories? So my goal, and y'all can hold me accountable, help me out here. My goal is to set a budget and to follow it for an entire year. Now that's a huge goal. I'm just going to take it week by week, day by day. But I would like to follow a budget where, okay, even if I go over the budget, I'm looking at it and I'm adjusting the next month or the next week, right? I really want to follow a budget that I set for myself and for my husband for a whole year. And I want to see where that takes me, okay? How does our savings account look? How do our retirement accounts look? How's our credit looking? Are we paying down some of the debt that we have? I would love to follow it for a year and then in a year, see what that's done for us. So help me out here, y'all. Keep me accountable. Hold me accountable. All right. Next, number 31. This is to me. Use and apply the advice that you give to your friends, your family, your loved ones, your clients. It's really great advice. That's why they come to you and they trust you. And again, I'm saying that being a previous accountant myself, and I do still work in the financial industry. So there's a reason people come to me for this type of advice. Girl, take your own advice. Take your own advice. Take your own advice. No judgment, but girl, you give good advice. They come to you for a reason. You need to follow it yourself as well. All right, our final one, the 32nd thing that I am still learning at age 32. And this is just something I want to do, and I encourage you to do, and don't wait until you're 32 to do it. Max out your IRA contributions every year. There is a maximum that's set forth by the IRS that says, okay, if you're under this age, you can contribute this amount into your IRA each year. And it's really not that much. However, if let's say your IRA is invested in ETFs or invested in, the stock market or real estate or whatever it may be, if you're maxing out your contributions every year, and it's not much, it's like $7,000 to $8,000 now. They change it every year. Go to irs.gov to find out exactly what it is. And this is for my US people, of course. That is a very easy way for you to start building and saving for retirement or saving for your loved ones if you have children, that you want to leave that to. It's a very easy way where it's not a whole bunch. I'm not saying invest $15,000 a year. Some of us cannot afford that, right? But the maximum is, like I said, I think it's like $7,000 to $8,000. And if that's something where you're doing it each month, you can break it down and it's really not that much, but it's something where it will build up. There's this beautiful thing called compound interest. We're not going to do a whole deep dive into math and none of that. Look it up. But by you investing that $7,000 a year, and if you don't touch it and it just continues to build and earn and build and earn and build and earn, you can easily become a millionaire just by doing that. It's going to take some years, okay? It's going to take some years. But that's a very easy, straightforward way to do it where it's not causing you to break the bank immediately. So those were the 32 things that I am still learning at age 32. I hope you enjoyed it. I really did enjoy making this video. Again, this is my first YouTube video, so be kind. But I love your feedback. If you have other ideas for things that you might want me to talk about or share my experience with, I am all open to ideas. I will also be tracking my fitness journey. I'll definitely do a video on that later. But I'm really excited to start this chapter, guys, and I'm excited to have you come along with me. All right, see you later. Bye.